we live? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tasty Thursday. It is basically like your virtual, it's our virtual cocktail hour. And I'm actually gonna cook because that's what I do. We've got a bartender, of course we do. That was a rhyme, write it down because it was excellent. I'm your host, Laura Vitale, and we're just gonna make some really cozy comfort food because it is so cold outside. I can't wait another second for summer, but the weather says otherwise. So we're gonna bring some warmth and some fun here. We're gonna make a lovely pizzola with pasta, and then we'll make a nice salad and some garlic bread. It's gonna be delicious. We cannot have Tasty Thursday without our trusty bartender, M to the G, the godfather of all godfathers, a bartender to the stars. By stars, I mean me. One and only, Uncle Mike.
Hey, yo. What up, everybody?
Yes.
Bringing the heat today.
We are bringing some warmth, some much needed warmth, because like I said, it's cold and it's miserable. Joe, you can switch your mics, your cams.
Hold on, I just saw Bryn in the chat and I got distracted. Oh! It's Spurtle in the house.
What's she doing in the house? She's in Boston right now. And earlier she pissed me off because she was sending me beautiful pictures of, like, I don't know where she went, but I'm thinking it's like some kind of beautiful restaurant. She was sending me pictures of like falafel, all these beautiful dishes. I was eating leftovers at my computer, writing out emails, and I was getting very
They were
angry.
Good leftovers, though.
They were good leftovers. But you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Soraya. She had those like falafels on this like bed of tahini.
That's a good restaurant.
I want that.
Yep,
Anyway,
yep.
Sportle's in the house. We always love to see that. So, like I said earlier, we're making a pizzola. You can do this and just serve it with bread, which is what I did a few nights ago.
Can you say that again, by the way?
Pizzola.
Pizzola.
Which just means a sauce pizza maker style, which includes garlic, tomatoes, and oregano. So there's a lot of American versions that include pepperoni, peppers, mushrooms, which I guess it's every topping you'd use on a pizza. That is not Italian pizzola. Maybe it is in your family, but where I grew up, the way we make pizzola is like this. I'm going to show you how I make it. Like I said, you can do just the meat and sauce portion and serve it in like hoagie rolls, which is what I did a few days ago, and they were phenomenal. You weren't here for that. They were fantastic. Or you can do it like I do it. Like I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to serve it with pasta, and it's just all so delicious. I'm excited to share it with you. So before I get started anywhere else, I actually kept the beef in the packaging to show you what to look for, because this is a common question I get all the time when it comes to making little brajol or pizzola. You want to look for Angus beef round sandwich steak.
When she says you, she means me.
Joe.
She means
Listen,
me.
it's 40 and under. I do not leave my house when it's under 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Except I did go to the DMV this morning.
How did I go about it?
Hold on, with me.
Well, we both had appointments. And I realized something, okay?
Yeah.
I know people say, this is going to sound controversial, please don't cancel me. I know people say, I don't need no man. I very much need mine.
She do.
I very much like mine. Mine is capable,
Joe.
mine is helpful, and if it wasn't for him, girl, I don't do documents. I talked to my friend Jenna about this. She's on board. Jenna says, do we pay taxes? Who do we pay taxes to? I don't know. She goes, my husband does all of our paperwork. I don't even, who's our phone carrier? I was like, actually, maybe it's AT&T, maybe it's T-Mobile. I really don't know.
You're Google Fi because you get that free internet in Italy.
I do love my Google Fi. I've been with Google Fi for years now.
Yep.
And now I'm not switching anytime soon. You know why? Because when I go to Italy, my phone just works. I don't have to switch cards.
Well, there's more technicality than that, but we can get into that one day.
Not doing any of that.
Anyway,
so I
DMV,
realized. So this morning I go to DMV. Joe makes my appointments.
I can't do that one without you. You have to show up. You have to be there.
These are your 6 points or whatever, 7 points for your life, whatever.
It's
6 points.
In Jersey, they require everything.
I really
DNA.
I had absolutely no idea, and I just want you to know that if it was left up to me, I would have an expired license. I would have no passport.
Well, yours is a little more complicated because you are an Italian citizen. So you have to have, they're like, well, what's your identity? And then you have to prove your address, which nowadays you got to have everything's paperless. Difficult. So for us, it was a property tax bill.
Anyway, all that to say, I very much need mine because he is very nice and capable and helpful. Because if it wasn't for him, I would be living with y'all because I wouldn't even be able to pay my mortgage. I don't know who I paid to. I don't know. Who do I pay taxes to? Do I have to go in person?
Well,
or can
I
do
go
an
over there to
Afterpay?
see
Does
them.
Afterpay
I
take
go over and see them in person
payments?
because I like to go. I like to have an excuse to go visit.
But like,
our
does
office.
Afterpay take payments for mortgages and stuff? Because that's what I don't know.
What the
Whatever
heck is
comes up.
Afterpay? No, you Venmo. And that's
If
all.
there's no Shop Pay, or actually better yet, Apple Pay, that's one click, I'm probably not going to do it. Just saying.
Apple
Anyway,
Pay is easy. I'll tell you.
It's so,
so
I was
easy.
saying to him on the way home, I said, why does it take so much paperwork to just live?
Okay,
Like,
so
I'm
first
just
of
here.
all, I should let everybody in the audience know the reason we went was for the real ID. In
Yes.
case you don't know, because
Oof.
they've been saying this for a decade or 2 decades now, that you need to get a real ID. You need to get a real ID. Quote, it's called a real ID.
Yeah.
If you want to fly after May, it's
Because-
an official one this time. Like they're not lying this time, not bluffing anymore. They've been
Yep,
bluffing for
yep.
since 2014. Go
Those
get your
bluffers.
real ID or you can't fly. So anyway, that's what that's all about. And by the way, getting the appointment was like a month and a half out for us. So
It was. We had to make the appointment a long, like way in advance, which is fine. But you know, I contribute in other ways. I'm very good in other ways. But paperwork wise, I don't know her. If you need me to do paperwork for you, I really do apologize. I signed my kid up for CCD, and I do all her extracurricular activities. That's about as far as I goes. But to keep us alive, and like, I don't know. I'm not doing that. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. Anyway, these are your steaks. They're very thin. These are what you can use to make things like cheesesteaks or whatever, which, you know, it's really not my favorite. I actually really love the packages of like shredded steak that you get in the freezer section.
Me too.
Particularly the ones that you get at Restaurant Depot that are made for restaurants. You get a box about this big, but best bang for your buck, and they're so delicious. Maybe we'll do like a Tasty Thursday this summer on that.
Oh, I do have a great question here. Jennifer Marie says,
So?
can you just use your passport? Well, actually, you can if your passport has your married name on it, but in Italy, they don't adopt the husband's last name, so Laura's passport has to have her maiden name.
Right.
And it's a big problem when you get to the counter and it doesn't match at the airport.
Yeah, they yell at me. I'm gonna sear my steaks. Now, individually, they're really, really, really thin. If you see how thin they are, and they'll like shred. So if you want to do a couple of them together, it's fine. They're gonna simmer. You're just giving them a quick little sear, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not too concerned because, like I said, you sear them now, and then as you put them in the sauce, oh, that's stuck to the side. What on planet Earth just happened? A bit more olive oil. Okay. And they cook fast. And again, this is just to sear them, but you'll cook them in the sauce for a while. All right, while I'm gonna sear all of my steaks, because this is very boring, I got 3 packages to go, Uncle Mike's gonna make you your first cocktail.
Oh yeah. All right. So basically, this is going to be a orange, like an orange Aperol crush with a little bit of bourbon in it. It's a little spicy, and I like it. Like not spicy, like spice wise, but just spicy because it had a little bit of flair in it with the bourbon. So typically, I pick my favorite over the counter bourbon to bring. It's Woodford Reserve, but like I like their double. I think it's double oak. But anyway, it's more vanilla flavors.
You said it's over the counter versus what, like a prescription bourbon?
No, like okay, so your brother Steve had his distillery, and I really love his homemade bourbon. I like a more craft bourbon, honestly. Like I did the bourbon trail in Kentucky. I really liked it, and I got to taste a lot of different bourbons. So for me, I do prefer a craft like a mom and pop type of bourbon because I just feel like it's more, more special.
Right.
If that makes sense. So, but this is my favorite over-the-counter bourbon, as you call it. And then obviously one of my favorites of all time, Aperol, to make Aperol spritzes with. So this is going to be really good. Now I also bought San Pellegrino, Arancina Rossa. Now, if you can't find this locally, okay, which some people can't, you could do a Sprite Zero or like a Sprite or like a ginger ale, anything that has a little bit of sweetness to it, you can use. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to sound crazy, but I'm going to throw a whole cutie in there. So you see the little orange here? Throw a whole cutie in. I'm going to mull it over. So you know how they say mull it over? I'm going to sort of mull it over. So I don't know if you can see inside here, Joe. I can't see the screen, but.
All right, let me see if I can get this so you can see it, but you're down a little low. Here you go. Can you see that over here?
I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh.
If you move the chicken a little bit to your left.
There we go. That way?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And then like right where the
Oh, I see.
there you go.
Okay. I'm trying.
It's this camera over here.
See how that? See how I got I'm mulling in the cutie. So you get like that little bit of. Basically, I'm doing I'm making like an orange juice slash.
Oh, and also your mic is like super close. Can you just lower it down just a tad?
Oh yeah, sure,
It's
you
really
got
hard.
it.
You guys are totally different volumes all the time.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
There we
Perfect.
go. Just let me know if you need anything.
No, you're perfect.
All right, so I'm mulling this in. Then once you mull it, you're gonna toss in a little bit of ice as a base, right? So you want to get your ice in there to make it nice and cold and beat up the Aperol. Because one thing I'll tell you, Aperol, when you shake it over ice, you shake it real good and beat it up, it just tastes better. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so we're gonna do a half shot of. Well, I'm gonna do a half shot of bourbon, right? So you don't want to get too much bourbon, just enough to give it that flavor, that smoky, taste. So you're gonna do about a half shot of bourbon. Then you're gonna do a full shot of Aperol, right? Full one. There you go. Because you want the orange flavors in there, the really good orange flavors. Then you're going to shake it like a Polaroid picture, as they say. I'm gonna be too loud here, so I'm gonna hold it off to the side and beat it up. Now you want to shake it for a little bit of time because you want to beat up that Aperol. You want to make sure it's really good and beat up in there. So then take off your top. You're going to pour it in. Hopefully I put enough in there because I tried to make the recipe a little less. See how that made like a little bit of a orange looking, light orange slurry? There we go. Now, I should have dropped some ice cubes in there. Sorry. Just pretend I put some ice cubes in the glass beforehand because, you want to keep it cold. And then you're going to top the top off with your soda of choice. So again, like a light colored soda, like a ginger ale.
Is that the zero version?
This is not zero, but it's good. It's
very good.
They don't have. I don't think they make a zero version of this exact one. They do have some.
I think I have it upstairs.
Oh, they do. Is it good?
Yeah. It's like no sugar. It's replaced with I think Splenda or Stevia.
Wait, was I supposed to bring in Sprite Zero for you? I got it today.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
it's
wait,
all right.
I also got you something special.
Oh
What'd you get
yeah.
I got you Coke Zero Orange Cream.
Wow, we got to try that tonight.
I never saw it before.
I love me a Zero Zucker. Let me tell you, I do a lot. So there you go. So I'm gonna do that. And now what I like to do is give it a little. I garnish it with a couple cuties here because everybody loves a cutie, especially Mia. She's my little cutie and she loves them. There we go. Mix it in a little bit. Now I'm gonna bring this over to Laura. She's gonna try one, and she's gonna try a sip of this, and then I'm gonna give it to Joe because I think Laura is doing no alcohol February now.
No,
Well,
I told you.
not
until
dry,
June. Well, until Memorial Day.
there we go. Okay. So you are gonna not have a full drink. You're just gonna take a sip of it, and let me know what you think.
I hope it's not good. Wow. Oh my God. One more sip.
Okay. Because then Joe gets it. So once you lose out, you lose out.
You better write this down for summer. You
Oh,
better
yeah.
write it down.
Well, okay. So here's
Wait
another
till
idea.
you taste it.
So I was gonna tell you, this summer I'm gonna do. I have a creamy. Look, Sophia got me a creamy for Christmas. So I have a Ninja Creamy, right? I'm gonna do the Ninja Creamy with the Aperol in it and mix it in.
You have to try that.
I'm gonna make a sorbet. So you
Try
wait.
that.
Oh, I'm going to. As soon as Joe's gonna try the first
But
sip.
this is
though.
a really stupid question. I probably should know the answer to this, and I do apologize that I don't. Will the alcohol freeze?
It will if you put in little amounts, right? Like it will freeze. It's more like a sorbet. The cream
is
will mix it up very
good.
nice.
And I'm not like
Joe,
a
what'd you
bourbon
think?
person.
Excellent, excellent.
That
Very,
is-
very light. It's
Really good.
yep. And
It's
to
like
answer the
bourbon-
alcohol question,
The
you're
bourbon gives it like it doesn't actually make it spicy,
Mm-hmm.
but it gives you like a warmth. With the brightness of the orange. It goes really, really well. That really surprised me.
There you go.
Not that I didn't have
try.
faith in you, but
Yeah, no, I try.
That
It's
really
little things in
surprised
life.
me.
Little things in life that make you happy. And I'll tell you what, having a good drink with the people that you love, that makes me happy.
I think you have a super chat too. I'm not sure if it came out.
Yanni!
Mike, did you get it?
Oh, we got our first super chat of the day, Yanni.
Yanni.
Hey, Yanni. Yo, Yanni, I appreciate all your DMs, brother. You are one of the funniest people I know.
I love Yanni.
I love Yanni. He sends me a DM every now and then, and I laugh my behind off.
Today he sent me one about the. He sent me one today, and I shared that. I think it was a picture or something. I can't remember. But he always makes me smile.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm gonna make my sauce really quickly.
What do we
Took
got?
the beef out, it's all seared. Okay. Got some garlic. Oh, sauteing. While that's sauteing, I got a couple different kinds of tomatoes. And now I'm making a lot of sauce because we like it saucy.
Well, hold on. I didn't get to see the beef, so let's real quick go over that.
The beef is right there. It's just seared, quickly seared.
It's
okay?
fast. It's
it cooks
super
in
fast.
a second because it's so thin. I'm gonna make a mixture of the sauce using a mixture of my home canned tomatoes because, I mean, the smell of these, it's like summer. And I had a can of these plum tomatoes I wanted to use. If you don't, but I like to crush them by hand because you guys know I don't love pre-sliced, pre-crushed tomatoes. If you do it by hand, you can control the size of the crush of the tomatoes, and you can also get rid of this. You see how this is not my favorite can of tomatoes, to be honest with you? You see that? You want to get rid of that because it's hard and it's not palatable. I wish I had a bowl. That's okay, I'll put it right here for now. Anyway, this is not my favorite can. I don't even remember what I bought, but probably because I wanted to try it. I'm not sure, but it's loose and liquidy and it's not very thick, but it's fine. We're going to use it up. You know, it's fine. I'm going to mix it with my
I kind of feel like I got them, and it's probably my fault. But what would you
was
prefer?
on sale or something.
What would you prefer in this case?
No, I asked you to buy these because they were on sale. The cans were on sale.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't realize that the sauce was so liquidy. You know what I mean? I actually really like the Rienzi. I think that's the brand of whole. Did you try that?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh my gosh.
The chef always eats last. Isn't that the saying or whatever? You always give.
I eat first.
Give the mask to the people next to you first, and then
Yeah,
save yourself.
right?
Not me. Anyway, but we are making a pizzola, which is very thin steaks. You can make it two ways. You can keep the beef aside, because now it's really tender because you cooked it for 10 seconds per side, and add it at the very, very end. Or if you add it at this stage and just let it cook for 45 minutes, it gets really lovely and tender and falls apart. And when you mix it all with the pasta, it's so delicious.
I just took a shot in the eye. It wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Well, it's not good. I'm gonna wash my hands really quickly.
But yeah, also, we just, while we're thinking about it, we just had a holiday pass,
Yeah.
if you celebrate or not. We had Valentine's Day pass.
I'm hitting my tomatoes real quick, okay? Just want to get them in here.
Did you do anything for Valentine's Day, Laura? I can't remember.
What do we do for Valentine's Day? I actually don't really remember what we did.
I don't remember. I
probably
know we
just
went
stayed-
to dinner the night after.
Oh, I know what we did. We did some cute stuff with Mia, just like at home. I baked cookies and stuff like that. And then we had, you're gonna love this. Joe treated my sister and I, because you guys know my sister lives with us, to Chinese food.
Oh.
And it was,
You had the option for anything, and that's what you chose.
I wanted Chinese food. I was very much craving, I'm gonna get so judged.
I love
I
Chinese
was
food.
very much craving Chinese food style. Like I love their mixed like just their steamed mixed vegetables with brown sauce. Really delicious. I like that. I don't love to go out on Valentine's Day. I did earlier on that day. I made a tomato pie because Mia had the day off. I'm adding some oregano, which is very important because that's one of the key ingredients in a pizza sauce. And then I'm also going to add, this is my homegrown basil actually that I blanch and freeze. So I'm just adding that in there.
I already bought you some basil seeds for
I
this year.
can't
We're
wait.
getting a head start.
This year we're gonna get a
all
head
I had to do
start.
was buy them, but I can't plant them yet.
And now that just needs to come to temperature, and then I'll put a lid on and put my meat back in. Don't worry about my tomatoes. I'll get rid of those in just a second. But we just stayed in. I don't like going out on Valentine's Day. I can't. I'm gonna just say it. Every restaurant does prefix menus, and I can't
They
do
do.
it.
Not only that, but it's not. It's quantity.
quality
They have to
is
do
always
so many dishes
bad.
of the same thing. You're better off going out for Valentine's Day 2 weeks later or 2 weeks before.
I agree.
Or you know what? Do what I do. Make every day Valentine's
Go the night
Day.
after. Go the night after.
I
you know?
just feel like every time that we've gone to dinner on Valentine's Day, every time we've gone in the past, I've always been disappointed. The food is always a prefix meal. It's always like
I mean, they have to
$88
do
a
it.
person.
They have to do a prefix meal.
they
Otherwise, you
don't
can't
do
do
it, yeah.
just the quantity of people coming through
Ooh,
the door.
that's good.
It's so
Wow.
good.
I'm sorry. I
told
just
you.
had to
It's
say it.
very good.
It's really good.
So anyway, it's just, it is what it is. I don't love it. It's annoying. It's expensive. There's always a crowd. You have to make the reservations 18 months ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to get either 4:15 or 11:30. And I'm not eating at either of those times. And
So, but what, like, if you were to pick, what was your favorite Valentine's Day date that you've ever done? Like, like what was your favorite place, or what did you do for you that's really special? Joe, I'm putting her on the spot.
Well, Mike, I'm almost 42, so I don't remember yesterday. So to ask me that question, I'm just going to drop, just flatline.
I'm trying to think of what was something that, one of my favorite Valentine's Days, I think was the very first time you took me to Park.
Oh, yeah.
And that was this was like more than 10 years ago. We were still living in our old house. I can remember exactly what I wore. I wore a blush colored blouse and a midi leather skirt.
We just went to Park recently. What was that for? It
For
was
anniversary.
It was for anniversary.
And this was back when there was no prefix menu. It was just like you go and you order what you want. It was a fabulous evening. And that was the first time we went to Park, which is one of my favorite restaurants in the city. So
Very good.
I would say that was my favorite.
Good place.
But also, like when Mia was born, she was 2 weeks old on Valentine's Day. And I have the sweetest pictures of her with this headband that wouldn't fit her because it was way too big. And we made heart-shaped pizzas that night. And that was a thing that we do every year. That's why I made tomato pie this year because she likes it. And it's just like always been our thing.
On Valentine's Day, she snuggled up next to me and she said, "Daddy, did you know that my name means my Valentine in Italian?"
Yes.
And I said, "Mia Valentina." It
I was
does.
supposed to salt the sauce.
And then she says, "What does Vitali mean?"
I know.
I said, "I really don't know. Gotta ask your mama."
No, there's no.
Is there a meaning? Is there actual?
Vitale means there's vita, right, which means life. That's pretty much it. Like you're vital, vitale.
And there's nothing
vital.
short for it either that I can think of. Like if they would have came over on your family on Ellis Island or whatever, because like even
It's
my
so
last
hard
name
to
is
find
long.
because I went through the list and we're on the list like 50 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
So anyway, I don't love Valentine's Day eating out. I love to go out to eat, especially trying new places and things like that. But on Valentine's Day, it's just the one time where I go, no thank you. Because like I said, prefix meals, so expensive. Quality always sucks. It's also really cold. And if you know me, you know when it's 40 degrees and under, I do not like to leave my house.
No, and we also never recovered from the COVID days where we're still stuck in this groove of like just being home and not ever going on date nights. And we're trying to fix that. We're working on a solution where we're just kind of make it part of our life. Because you got to remember, we had Mia in 2017. And then COVID happened 3 years later.
COVID happened right as she turned 3.
Right when she got to the point where it's like everything's easy again.
Yeah.
And so now we have to kind of come up with a plan to spend time together. And
Yeah.
what I think we should do is flip the calendar. We should figure out what the opposite day of the year is of Valentine's Day and celebrate that day. Because then you can go wherever you want. And there's no line. There's no crowd.
Oh, that's true.
Kind of how we do Mia's birthday in the summertime.
I like that. That's
yeah,
cool.
we always celebrate her birthday twice because she, hold on, I'm looking for a lid.
Well, I got
I'm
Mike here.
so
Mike's got a
sore.
super chat. So.
I just got served up a ticket of a super chat from
Aw.
Rosie Healy, all the way from Limerick, Ireland. Hello, everyone. I really enjoyed the show.
Oh.
I'm watching with family in Limerick, Ireland. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, very cool. I know
wanna
it's probably
go
late
there.
over there. Thank you for watching us and taking time out of your night all the way in
Oh,
Ireland.
my
That's really
goodness
cool.
gracious.
Really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have them over there, but I love my Irish potatoes around St. Patrick's Day. You know, the little, they're not potatoes. They're like little like brown
Yeah.
shaped round balls, and they have like coconut and I don't know, whatever in them. They're so good. So I don't know why I just got that in my head. I guess because St. Patrick's Day is coming, I guess.
Well, that's a
but-
great question for Rosie.
Rosie,
Is that something you
yeah.
actually have there? Because
Do
they
you
have
have
them here at like our convenience
Yeah.
stores have them.
There we
So,
go.
That's a
you know,
great question.
Good
You know, like,
question.
is that a real thing?
There we go, Rosie. Well, you are on the wall. Thank you for the super chat and euros, by the way. I love seeing euros because it makes me think of beautiful Europe.
I actually just found some euros in today. I keep our passports in like a little like wallet thing, and I opened it up and there's a bunch of euros in there. I was
Actually,
like,
I have a
Yep.
call tomorrow with my Uncle Tony. And
Oh,
he
Uncle
better
Tony.
spill the beans on when he's going to be planning on going to Naples because I got to book my tickets. I'm heading over to Instagram really quickly because there's a ton of questions that were asked there. Lots of questions. Are you going to Italy this summer? Yes, we are. Don't know when yet, but yes. Let's see. Man.
Yeah, there's not really many questions in the chat other than one I have about Jessica Lawler said, Laura, you always recommend using Mexican oregano. Is there a certain one you can suggest that you use?
Oh,
I never see them in the grocery store, and I wonder if you ordered a certain one.
I ordered online, and Mexican oregano to me tastes different than regular oregano. It's more lemony. It's hard to really describe, but it does have a different flavor profile. So I like it when it's coupled with things like cumin and chili. Like, it just works together really well. An Italian oregano, I think it's a lot more herby. It's a lot deeper. Hold on, I've got some testers here.
I think Greek oregano is different
where
too.
So I
honestly.
found one called Spice Appeal Mexican Oregano. Another one called.
I don't
There
know
we
where
go.
my Mexican oregano is.
Joe's like the eye in the sky, like you know.
Because
you know
I can
that-
tag it right here in the chat for you.
There we go. You know that person that when you're watching a TV show and they're the one in the computer behind in the van, guiding you through the whatever they're
I'm really
trying to rescue.
low.
Wait, hold on. What's the brand?
This is the Mexican oregano that I bought. This is from Classic Provisions. You can order this on Amazon, I believe. And I'm gonna have my people smell it to see the difference. Okay,
I
Mike,
don't
come
even
here
smell
for a
this.
second.
Yeah, I'm bringing my drink over because it's tasty.
Well,
And
I
also,
don't
like-
see that exact brand.
I had
But
a long week this week.
is basically all Mexican oregano the same thing, or is it like different
I think it's about
brands?
the same thing because I've bought different brands before. This is Mexican oregano, okay? Smell?
Ooh, nice. It has a little bit of
Lemony, like it's
Yeah.
herby. Okay, that's
very
Mexican
different.
oregano.
Yep. Different.
Right?
Like that has almost okay.
Almost a little garlic. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but it almost smells a little garlicky. It's hard
and
to
like a little bit
describe.
more almost like a little bit of rosemary in there too.
It's just deeper.
Yeah.
This is deeper
Yeah.
herbiness, while this one is lighter and to me has more of like a lemony, citrusy fragrance to it.
Yeah. I've actually, when I went to Greece and I had oregano there, I think that's actually different too. A lot
Yeah.
different. It's crazy. Oh, I think
I'm
I
sure.
think I heard a super chat. I don't
So-
know.
There's two of them actually.
That is that.
Two.
My face is so itchy from the tretinoin. And I'm peeling so bad. But
Hannah
it's-
Connor sent us one, but there's no message in there, Hannah. But thank you so much for
Thank
the
you,
super chat.
Hannah. Thank you, Lorraine.
We also have Lorraine who sent one and also doesn't have a message in it, but thank you
Oh,
very
Lorraine.
Oh my gosh,
Lorraine
that
Nava,
smells
thank
so
you.
good. Okay, really quickly, a huge faux pas on my part, but it really is fine. It's really fine. I forgot to put on my shopping list that I needed mozzarella for my garlic bread, but I do have different kinds of cheddar left over and a little fresh mozz. Do I care? Not really. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm just going to shred these. I'm going to do it by hand. You can find it on Amazon for sure, because I know I bought that one on Amazon. You can also go into like a local like Mexican grocery store, which we're really lucky that we have a lot, especially like in Buna. You could get all kinds of really cool ingredients, but I do know that that's difficult to find everywhere. So anyway, you can always order it online because you can, and it's easy.
So we've actually gotten to the point where I'm in ShopRite or Acme or the grocery store like 6 times a day. Sometimes, usually it's only 2 or 3.
I cook for a living, so I'm constantly cooking. I'm constantly
working on a solution. She gives me these written lists, but then she has to write it a second time because it has to be in the order in which I would walk through the store, which is
and also
my
for
only
my
demand.
own OCD. I can't
Right.
have it all over the place. I just can't do it.
Ooh, Yanni says, useless tip of the day, oregano means joy of the mountain in Greek. I didn't know that.
Oh, I
That's pretty
like
cool.
that.
Joy of the mountain. Sophia, is that check out? Resident Greek says yes. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So I'm working on a little sort of an app. And it's like kind of like Instacart, where the people on Instacart shop for you, except this is more like Insta Husband, where
Yeah.
she puts on the list what she wants.
I'm
and
going to
then
be honest with you. I really actually love going to the grocery store, especially if you give me a Wegmans, a Claudio's. Love it.
Joe, you need refunds?
I just have a problem with people getting on my nerves in said grocery stores. I can't. If one
You should
more
have seen her in the
person-
DMV, especially when they separated us.
Oh,
she
boy.
had to go to lane 15. I had to go to lane 6 at the same time.
Well, the
That's
guy
not
comes
good.
over and he goes, "I need this tax ID." And
Right,
I'm like,
because I used the same document for both of our address verification, so they had
Yeah.
to have it at 2 desks at the same time.
So let me get back to my list. The other day I ventured out. I don't go out in the cold. I already told you that, okay? And it was cold. So I'm like, you know what? I dropped off some regatta to a couple friends. And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm so close to ShopRite. I'm just going to run in. I walked in. Within 24 seconds, my foot gets run over by a cart. I I just
Your
walked
foot got
in.
ran over by a car?
Cart.
Oh, I was
Like
going to say,
someone.
whoa.
I'm minding my business.
Little bro, I don't know.
I'm minding my business. I'm getting my broccoli rabe, and this woman goes.
Listen, Laura, I'm not gonna throw this out there, but I've been to
I'm
ShopRite
also-
250 times this year so far. It's only February, and I've never been run over by a cart. And I'm just gonna say, I love you, and I know you. You probably walked into the cart.
I didn't. I was getting broccoli rabe. I am very accident-prone.
Oh, boy.
We got a new refrigerator because our other fridge died. Yesterday, she says to me, honey, I broke the fridge. I said, what do you mean you broke the fridge? She says, well, I dropped this glass container and shattered the shelf. And it's like a plexiglass shelf. Laura, I love you. I love you, but see how you're standing still right now? You can't trip over anything there because you're not moving.
I did trip over my shoe when I was walking yesterday. I almost hit my eye on the corner table, like the one when you first walk in.
Yeah. Oh, I know. You cut your finger off making salsa. I know.
Hey.
That was scary.
I brought it to the hospital to glue it back on. And they were like, nah, we can't glue it back on. I'm like, well, it's in a bag with ice. What am I supposed to do? And they're like, it'll grow back. You cut it just shy of XYZ. I had a point. I had a quarter
She's like a lizard.
point for a
She
while.
grows a new tail. It's
It
no
was
big deal.
awful. It was so embarrassing.
I mean-
had it in a Ziploc bag.
What do you think? You're a lizard? You're going to grow your tail back? Like,
They could reattach.
Her finger was in the bag, wiggling around like a lizard's tail.
I can't. I don't know.
thought
Poor
they
Laura.
could reattach it.
You
Why
tried.
couldn't they reattach it? I know many
Hashtag
people actually.
tried.
Sophia,
like,
you're
you-
in the medical field. If someone comes over to you with a body part in a bag, are you gonna tell them, we can't?
They were like, we'll x-ray it. You're good. Your nail bed was missed by a half a millimeter.
I had a point.
And I said,
okay?
this is
Picture
America.
this finger not
This
be
is
here.
America.
What's a
Actually,
millimeter?
I have the tiniest little
What's
scar
a
here,
kilometer?
which is insane because this finger was cut like this. So all I had was like this corner piece for a while.
Oh, my God.
Do you know how embarrassing that is? All
I'll
I
tell
wanted
you
was
what.
the guy to put it on, and then when I split my head open, I couldn't put that in the damn bag. I
The
had to
most
show up there
embarrassing
with my
part,
eye falling out.
but the most embarrassing part of the whole thing was that I bring her to the ER and I walk in and whoever it was that received us in there says, "Are you the guy that almost ran over the girl in the crosswalk?" I was like, "Huh?" I said,
my
"What?"
God.
And then they described my car. I'm
Joe.
like, I didn't know there was anybody in the crosswalk.
Honestly, if I know you, and you're probably freaking out because I know how you are.
Well,
like,
Laura passed out. I had to carry her to the car, okay, and then go gather the fingertip.
Well,
But-
it's so funny because I just want you to know that when I sliced my finger off, I did it with my big global knife. It's very sharp. And I just want you to know that if you're going to cut a body part off, let it be with a very sharp knife because it went right through. Because if it was a dull knife, it would have gotten caught there. It would have been hanging with the meat flap.
Laura, you're killing me.
Imagine, this is what it would look like, Sophia. This is I'd be going to the hospital like this because my knife would be stuck in the meat flap because
Listen,
it wouldn't have gone clean through.
You have somebody. Okay, you have Franny in the chat. She says.
Ah!
Franny says that she did this with a mandolin. Half her finger was gone. Now I gotta tell you.
Oh, God.
My Uncle Bob Puro,
Yes.
long time ago, he cut his finger off. They had
Yeah.
to do a skin graft from his leg to put his thumb back together. So be
Oh,
careful with
no.
the mandolin, okay?
Can
Be
I
careful
tell you a
with the
story
mandolin.
about a mandolin? Babe, do you remember this?
Listen, if it
Way
involves
back-
cutting body parts off, just end my life right now because I can't.
Listen, way back in the day, Joe, you're going to remember the story once I tell it.
Oh, gosh.
I did a show for ABC called Recipe Rehab.
Recipe rehab.
Yes, I remember
I was in LA. I had a makeup artist. I had assistants. I was like, I was cool for about 4 days. Okay. So it was promo day. Okay, we were doing promos, and they said, this is what they said to me. Here's a carrot, which by the way was this big. Okay. Here's a mandolin. Slice. While
Wait, you did it on
looking at the camera.
TV? No, you didn't.
No, it's for photo promos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't remember you saying. I
They
don't
were
remember
like
you saying that on TV.
slice for for pictures or whatever. Like I don't know what they were using. I don't remember. And it was a mandolin without a guard. Now remember, they kept saying, "Look at the camera while slicing," and I said, "This is a bad idea," and they're like, "No, it's perfectly fine. You're gonna do great." And I was like, "Well, I hope you have a medical or at least a first aid kit available because I'm gonna slice off a finger." They're like, "Absolutely not. You're gonna do fine." So guess what happened on the third one? Just take a wild guess.
You sliced your finger.
All of it. Like
Oh.
this entire, I actually have a scar. I don't know if you guys can still see. It's right here. Because let me tell you something.
I can't.
Pretty sure I shaved a bone. It was like white. Like, you know when you like,
I don't.
it's not even the skin. It's just like right.
I
there
hope
was a
nobody's eating
hole.
dinner right now. I'm sorry. I apologize.
There was a hole, okay? I told you this was gonna happen. So they had to wrap it up. I was gonna say make a naughty joke. I'm not gonna. They had to wrap it up, and then I had to do promos like this. This is how I had to do promos.
Oh.
I
Oh,
couldn't show my thumb.
yeah. You can't show that thumb.
Anyway.
I do remember that now. Yep.
Remember that? That was
Yep.
terrible. So don't do that, because that's not fun. But that's what had happened to me. So not really a fan
Quick
of
super
losing
chat.
body parts. Then I'm minding my own business. After I shave off this finger, okay, I am minding my own business. I am that girl, okay? I do the nice thing, and I accompany my husband to a Home Depot. I was
Oh, here we go.
innocent. I was innocent. I was minding my own business.
Oh, no.
Okay?
I remember
I'm
this.
standing there because this one has to look at 4,000 pieces of wood to get one that's not warped. Not his fault. It's just because nobody does their
Hey,
job
listen,
right.
the wood shouldn't be warped if you're paying the same price. This should
So-
be half off for warped wood.
Minding my business in a Home Depot in Vineland, and I'm standing there like this. And Jamie texted me. Next thing I know, I wake up on the floor with blood in my eye. I thought I lost my eye. What the hell's wrong with me? This man picks me up. He falls, drops me.
Well, I was running. I didn't know what
can't.
happened. I just see a bloody
Listen,
wife.
I'm
over
not
there.
laughing at you. I'm laughing with
This is
you.
me in his arms, okay? Next
Yeah.
thing I know, you're boom, boom, boom.
I fell. I mean, I was running and I got, when you, it's
Wait,
almost like
that's
running
where
down.
he dropped you. I remember
dropped
that.
I dropped her that time.
Anyway, I don't know what the
you
heck
can only
happened
do
to
so
me.
much.
I don't know what just happened to me. All I know is I can't see out of this eye. I'm thinking I'm losing an eye. I'm thinking that's
And then
it.
some
I'm
old
gonna
guy
be
came
one-eyed
out and
Laura.
gave
Laura,
you a
never went into Home
handkerchief,
Depot
and
ever
we
again.
I'm
were
gonna
holding
need-
this handkerchief on the wound, and I'm thinking you're gonna go
I'm
septic.
thinking I'm gonna need an eye patch. Here comes Pirate Laura for the rest of my life because I lost an eye. I come
Ahoy.
to find out, somebody, don't know who, stacked wet 4x4s like this. And when I was minding my own business, texting back Jamie, probably something fashion and food related, one of them fell and it hit
Right on
me
the
right
face.
here,
Right to the fotch.
right to
Yep.
the fotch. And let me tell you something.
That fotches.
When they put me in the ambulance and they told me they were going to take me to the hospital to get my head fixed, I was so worried they were going to shave my head.
No, the worst part was we
But
get
no,
to the
but that's
hospital
gonna be
and
a
the guy.
Dalmatian.
We get to
I'm
the
not
hospital and the
nuts.
guy's like, "We're just gonna sew it back up." I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! You're
Super
gonna
glue.
make suture marks on her face? Can we
Yeah,
just
it's
use
right
the
here.
glue? I'll go get the vet bond and glue her up like she's a puppy dog. If you're gonna use actual thread."
Or like a puppy
Yeah.
dog.
And they were like, "Fine, we'll use the glue, so
Let
it
me tell
doesn't
you
make a
something.
scar."
Okay.
I remember that.
I didn't
still
go to
made
a
a
Home
scar.
Depot for years. And I'm still mad. It took years for them to pay my medical bills. I didn't want a dime out of them. I just want them to pay my medical bills. And let me tell you something. Those hospital bills were mounting. And I said, I don't want to pay these. It wasn't my fault. I didn't stack those there. I was an innocent bystander, okay? He didn't even get to buy the wood. I literally went there, got knocked out for nothing.
No.
Yeah, I wasted all my time.
Nothing.
I never got nothing done.
Then I thought to myself, somebody put a hit on me. This is what it must feel like to get whacked.
It was at that moment Laura realized I'm never going to Home Depot again.
I did it. I wouldn't go into Home Depot for a long. Even now, when I go into Home Depot,
I don't
I'm
think you.
bitter.
I don't remember you ever saying you were been.
I don't know that I probably have gone maybe 2 or 3 times since then, and this was in 2013.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. This was right around Steve and Tasha's wedding. The emotional pain of going there with a crooked finger, and this thing over here was white.
Now,
because
see,
they
that
had
one
glue
wasn't
it,
your
so it
fault.
looked fake, but
And
my fake
normally,
chin was
like,
thick.
normally I'd say you tripped over it, but you were far away from that one.
I was
Yeah, yeah.
literally standing. I couldn't have done anything less
Nope.
chaotic.
You just stood
I
there.
just was. And you know what the doctor said? And the doctor said, you're very lucky your head was down. Because if your head was up, it would have gone in your eye.
Oh
That's what I
God.
thought it was, because there was
That-
blood everywhere.
I know. I was like, that.
Could you
See,
imagine?
Jamie was meant to text me.
Yep. Oh my
She
God.
was meant.
Yep.
She would have gotten my eye.
That's for true. That's for sure.
She saved my eye. I know. If it wasn't for her, it would have been a doozy.
Lottie,
Maybe
I got a
not.
super chat for you from Hannah Connor. It says, hi from Oregon. Favorite dish that Laura makes? Is that? I don't know if that's a question for me.
That's for everyone.
Oh.
Go around the room.
All right. Favorite dish that you make? Do I have to start this? Because
Yes.
that sucks. Because I don't have. I'm
Mike,
on the
listen,
spot.
You and I are. It's easy. We just have to think of the last thing she made because we can't remember anything at our age.
Everything is, yeah, I know. Joe and I are getting old. We're on the wrong side of 40. So we got to think of like We gotta think. I do love Laura's eggplant. Outstanding.
I wouldn't think that those are your favorite.
No, because okay. So let me tell you something, Laura. Don't take my Italian card, please.
He doesn't like eggplant.
I don't like eggplant. I hate eggplant. Okay, but I've tried Laura's eggplant. You know, this thinly sliced with
Even my eggplant parm.
Oh, your eggplant parm. Oh yeah, literally, Laura knows how to make eggplant, right? I went and tried Nona's eggplant. Also outstanding. I can't eat any other eggplant. I just can't do it. So anyway, I'm not going to say it's Laura's eggplant because I feel like she makes other things that are amazing. I mean, everything she makes is amazing, but yeah, her pizza's outstanding. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say, because of the memories that come with it, the summertime pizza's outside. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say is my favorite food you make. That's what it is.
Okay, Joe, your turn.
All right. It's always going to be broccoli rabe. And you know what? I know you're thinking it's going to be broccoli rabe and sausage, but it's actually broccoli rabe and chicken cutlet.
Broccoli rabe, chicken cutlet.
And chicken cutlet.
On homemade focaccia.
On homemade focaccia. When I met Laura, I got to paint the picture. I meet Laura. She's in her apron in a restaurant setting, which is like a little pizza place, but it's not really a pizza place. It's more like a bistro. And she's over there making homemade focaccia. She just takes a dough ball, boom, 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 triangle focaccia, throws it in the oven, puts a little 3 slices with the razor blade on top or whatever it is, and then pulls it out.
Accurate.
Pulls it out, takes this broccoli rabe, chicken cutlet on top, packs it up and says, all right, have fun on your trip, because I used to go to Florida every other weekend.
And a side salad. I did it for you
and a side salad. Yep. And then
so
I went
nice.
with my stepbrother Dean, and he actually told me how to remember the word exit in Italian. He said, not in Italian, in Spanish. He said the word exit in Spanish is salida. And the way he remembers it is that every time he eats a salad, it wants to salida. And I was like, I'll never forget it.
Good roughage, you know? It's
Yeah.
good for
But
you.
anyway,
Yeah.
yep, that's my favorite dish right there.
Yeah.
Even though it's a sandwich, it's still a dish.
Sophia, what's your favorite?
Every time Sophia eats something you make, she says that's my favorite, but I don't know. You love a broccoli rabe. I know that.
The eggplant, leaving a last impression.
Yeah, that's eggplant. No, that's eggplant.
I mean, I can't pick what I like. My favorite thing is that I make, because I make everything delicious. But it really depends on my mood.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really couldn't pick.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, there's very few Italian places I like to go out to eat at, because, I mean, I think it's so much better.
Yeah,
and I would
I'm
like
the
to
same
take
way.
that opportunity to go eat
I
like.
could probably name on one hand, and most of them are the same owner.
Yes.
It's funny.
Well, and thinking of the pizza, I'll never forget the pizza you made me the night before we went to Florida together. Remember Joe was in Florida already? The night before I got kicked off the plane. Remember that? I kicked off the plane that
Oh,
night.
I yelled at them.
Yeah,
I called and yelled
Joe
at them.
did.
Who fought for you?
Yeah, I know.
I was right. I mean, I was taking my hoops out. I
Yeah.
was at that airport getting ready to get arrested.
I think okay, so I'm going to tell the story, probably embellish it, because whatever, it's fine. But, so Joe goes to Florida, right? We're supposed to go down and meet Joe in
This was
Florida.
like a decade and a half ago.
Yeah.
This was in 2007.
Yes, and by the way, we love Miami. That's our favorite place to go, right? It's fun.
Pre-children.
Yes, pre-children. Yes. So Laura makes me an amazing pizza dinner. She says, you know what, Joe's not home. Come over. Come to the restaurant. I'll make you a pizza. We'll celebrate. You know, then we'll leave. You know, to go to Miami. So I was like, okay, cool. Go to the thing. Laura makes me this amazing big pizza. So big I couldn't even eat it. It was so big. It was amazing. But anyway, so at that point I happened to be 550 pounds, right? And I'm like, I'm a big dude. Like I was big. I was like
And beautiful.
still voluptuous.
And beautiful.
Voluptuous. Like
Bodacious.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I liked Mike more back then than now. Honestly, he was nicer.
that's crazy. That's crazy. You say that.
Bodacious.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm, I'm tubbing around, the way I was, whatever. It's fine, I'm over it. And I go to get on a plane. It was a Southwest flight. I'd never flown Southwest before because, whatever. But a Southwest flight was probably the cheapest at the time because we were young and poor, right? That's
Wait,
what we
but
was.
to be fair, they had the best point system back then. It was like fly 5 times, fly 1 for free. Nobody else had that. And
they say funny stuff over the radio or whatever.
right.
Yeah, I love that about them. But so before I get this thing like, can this passenger come up to the front, please? And I'm like, wait, they're calling me? I'm like, okay. So I walk up to the front, I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I think you
And
called
let
me.
me tell you something. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
You think Mike's lovable now?
he was way more lovable then.
You should have
What?
seen him then. You were even more like, I don't know, like tender, like very,
Yeah.
like the sweetest. Like if you kicked him in the face, he'd be like, is your foot okay? Is it fine? While this Mike now be like, I'm gonna kick you back. But the Mike back then would have been like, is your shoe okay? Like, is your foot...
Well, because I can lift my leg that high to kick back.
I will pay you for a pedicure for the damage that my face caused.
Yes.
That's...
But
so
now
I
learned that I can kick back because I can lift my leg now.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway, so I go to get on. I talked to them. They were like, "Hey, guess what? You can come. You have to come and sit on the plane." So they singled me out. They made me go sit on the plane. I sat down, put my armrest down, and I was like, "Cool. What's this for?" And they were like, "Oh, you have to buy 2 seats or you can't fly with us. Sorry." I was like, "Oh, that's nice."
But then they told you there was no other seat or something.
Yeah, they told me there's no other seats. And Laura was like, "Listen, I'm like $1.25, like soaking wet. Like I'm not like, you know."
I said, why does it matter? Because he's sitting next to me. So if a part of him touches my seat,
Right, there was no one else next to him but you.
There's nobody else next to him. I'm the one next to him.
Yeah.
Me.
I think you actually said if your left butt cheek is over top of my body, I don't even care. I was like,
I don't care.
Yeah, at that point we were one
care.
body. It's fine.
I'll swim to Miami.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting there. Like I
It's
really
fine.
don't care. And they were continue.
Yeah. Oh no. So they were like, you either buy 2 seats or you're getting off a plane. You're not going to be on this flight. I was like,
Rude.
whoa, that was really rude. Really, really rude. I've never been treated like that before. Like so rude by somebody. So.
And then I saw red.
Yeah, Laura's over there taking her hoops off, getting her heel off,
She had
getting ready
big
to
hoops
bash
back
somebody,
then,
and
too.
So
I'm
now
like,
I'm calling Joe. And
yeah,
I'm like,
she's calling Joe.
I'm not letting this guy pay 2 seats. Ain't
Yeah.
no way. I'm the one sitting next to him. Me. Why are they forcing him
It's
to
an
I
hour and a
would've-
half, and back then the planes went faster, so it was only an hour and a half, not 2 hours like
And
now.
honestly, I would have paid for 2 seats if I wasn't sitting next to Laura and somebody else, and it was really that big of a deal. I would have, but I was sitting next to Laura and she didn't care, and I was within their range because I went on their website, pulled up the rules and everything. But anyway, so Joe talks to them. I don't know what Joe said. I
wasn't very nice.
No, Joe probably wasn't very nice, but it was more deserved
Because this wasn't your first time on Southwest coming
Yeah.
down to Florida to meet me. This was like a regular thing. This was like the 6th time.
Well, I think that's my first time on
It might
Southwest.
be the first time on
on
Southwest, but
Yeah.
they all use the same plane.
Americans always treat me great. But anyway, so then finally they let me on, but I still ended up paying for 2 seats, I think. I still ended up buying it.
They would not let him on.
And the plane wasn't even full, but they said it was full.
Yep.
I was like, what is
They would
happening?
not let him on.
It was depressing. It was depressing. But guess what? I'm 200 and something pounds down now, so who cares? It's all water under the bridge. I still won't fly Southwest because of the way that they were mean to me, but
And now you can fly Southwest, no problems.
yeah, but now I could if I really wanted to, but I'm not. I switched to American because they actually treat me nice.
That's right. They do treat you nice. Anyway, I'm thinly slicing some garlic because I'm making what I call my everyday salad.
That's onions,
What did I say?
garlic.
Okay, I meant to say shallots.
Sweaty
They're all
shallots.
in an allium family, so it's really just fine. I'm going to thinly slice it. This is what I call my everyday salad, especially in the fall and winter when produce is not great and the garden is not giving, because it's quite literally not giving me anything because it's dead. This is great because I don't have to rely on sweet tomatoes or delicious cucumbers or anything like that. And it's really easy and it's so delicious. But it's the combination of all these things that make the salad like so good, which is your shallots, your lettuce. You could do, this is already triple wash, okay? I wash everything all the time, but this one's fine. Calm down. Okay, it's not even chicken.
Actually, don't
if it was
forget,
chicken, I'd be giving it a spa.
you found a grasshopper in your lettuce once, so
No, I know, but
That's a pretty good
scouted
brand, though, too.
extra
Yeah,
protein. Oh,
very
Mike,
good.
did you get a super chat, by the way, from Sean?
We did get a super chat from our normal Sean. You are the best. Every time you reach out to us, thank you. What spring? He says. What spring? We need spring. We do.
What
need
is-
Oh, there's
spring.
actually more. Wait, he actually said, "What spring and summer foods are you excited for?" But I don't know if it might have not printed it because the ampersand.
Oh, I thought he was saying what spring? Like where's
Listen,
spring?
I will argue this till the end of time. People say, as soon as August 30th rolls around, everyone's wearing, flannels and holding a pumpkin spice
Too much.
latte, and
Too
they're
much.
telling me that fall foods are here and this is the best food season.
Slow your roll, bro.
On site, because the best food season is summer. Because
yeah.
you have the best produce, the fruit. You're telling me an apple gives what watermelon gives? On what planet? You're telling me that a A pear is as satisfying. Oh,
Who needs refills?
a pear
Joe,
is
gotcha.
as satisfying as a lovely like honeydew melon with slices of prosciutto wrapped around it. Are you crazy? Are you nuts?
Nay.
I mean, I love a pear. I love an apple. But summer food is the best food season. You've got grilling. If you like smoking, you could smoke stuff.
Smoking the meats.
You can fry outside. Pastas, salads.
Let me ask you this,
desserts.
Laura. In all seriousness, if it's wintertime here, that means it's summertime in the southern hemisphere.
They're lucky.
Why can't we get their watermelons? What's wrong
They're
with
not
theirs?
good.
What's
It's not
so
good.
maybe we got to move down there and grow watermelons.
They're not good. We don't get watermelon from Australia. What are you talking about? Our
Get-
watermelons don't come from
We
Australia.
can barely get pineapples from Hawaii.
We will go buy a boat and we will ride that boat across the ocean and we'll play that TikTok sound that
You
everybody
can't go
plays.
to Italy right now, go walk down the street and have...
They're not the other hemisphere.
I'm just saying, I grew up on the Mediterranean. I grew up with walk down the street. There's a mussels guy in the summer and spring and summer and early fall. You can't do that in the winter. Summer foods, all the way. The food, the produce, the vegetables, the varieties of food. How many stews and soups can one eat, okay?
I love it. I love when
Grab a-
Nona argues with the muscle guy. That's my
I
favorite.
mean, honestly, oh my God.
This mussel wasn't good. Give me another one.
Give me a whole nother bag.
Cocktails, just the cocktails. A hot dog does not hit the same in the winter.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't. You can't have a hot dog party in the winter.
Yo,
Who
I'm
wants a
looking
hot
forward to
dog
that so
party
much, Laura.
In the winter, I eat hot dogs in the summer. I don't want anyone to tell me what's in them because I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care. I want to eat a hot dog and I want pickles and mustard and onion and like peppers and I want 17 of them because it's what you do.
That's what you do.
While you're sitting poolside.
Yep.
That's what I want. I don't want to be cooped up all day, every day with a bowl of soup on my lap. I don't want it. I want to
No.
get out. I want to breathe
Nay.
the fresh air. I want to smell grass. I want to smell copper tone. I want to smell copper tone. I want to smell coconutty. I want to be tan because if
Can't fit.
you can't tone it, you tan it. Do you know what I mean? So that makes me feel better about myself. But in general, summer food, you're telling me, this is what you're going to tell me. You're telling me, Franny, you'll understand what I'm saying. There's something better than getting a ripe, delicious, sweet fig that's like jammy on the inside and it's nice and chunky and you're eating that outside while your mama is making some kind of like spaghetti pie or like fried pastas or something. Oh,
Laura, I know I'm gonna get hate for this, and you're
that's
gonna.
like you're telling me there's something better than a fresh Greek salad from the islands?
Can I ask you why the smelling coconutty thing is such a thing? Like you and your sister with all this cocoa butter clogging up the septic system. Listen, we live in the boonies. We don't have city sewer, all right? And I'm the one that has to deal with it. The other day, let me tell you what Laura did. I'm just going to tell you a quick version. Her sister uses like a gallon of cocoa butter a week. It all goes down the drain. And then Laura decided on a whim, I'm going to flush. What did you flush? 700 cherry tomatoes down the toilet?
It wasn't. This guy and his lies. This guy.
I'm telling you, I saw
lies.
cherry tomatoes all
You're
over
gonna
the
be up
lawn.
for sale. I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was a small jar of my home canned tomatoes.
That's not what the picture shows.
It was
that
a
I took.
small. Slow down. It was a small jar. I went to get it because I was gonna cook with it, but I realized it wasn't sealed. You know how sometimes they don't seal? Oh my
Why
gosh,
the
they get
toilet?
botulism?
Why did you put it in the toilet?
Because I didn't want to throw it in the garbage. Where else am I gonna throw it?
She was being earth conscious, bruh.
I'm thinking
Tomatoes don't break down in the septic system.
they don't.
No.
I didn't know that.
It's called earth conscious. I don't know.
I didn't know
Is
that.
it? I don't know.
So I flushed it down the toilet.
Next time, dump it on the lawn.
I'm just taking off my hoops for Laura this time. I don't know. I'm
I don't
dying
know.
on the ground.
Listen, I do the best I can. And long
The
story
guy
short,
comes out here because I'm like, listen, I normally would do this myself, but I don't have a snake and I can't get this thing to clear. And he's like, well, there's a giant chunk of white stuff that's just this white log that's 4 inches in diameter. I'm like, yeah, it's cocoa butter. And then
thought
he's
that was
like,
going another
and
way,
there's
but okay.
tomatoes everywhere. And I'm like, that's my wife. I don't know.
he
I don't know what to tell
sounded unpleasant.
And it was like Christmas Eve. Okay?
I'm really tired of your lies. I'm really tired.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Laura, and you know this about me already, and I'm going to offend a lot of people, and I'm sorry,
What?
but guess who doesn't like soups?
I know, you don't think soup is
This
the whole meal.
guy, not a soup guy.
I love soup. I love winter. I love fall.
Not
I
as a
even
main
love
meal.
winter.
Soups and stews, they
But
can,
how much of it can one take?
I can't.
I'll take it for a little bit. I will take fall and winter from September to January 1st. I can't do much more cold after that because then I'm bored. I'm crawling out of my skin. I'm 17 pounds heavier because the holidays and the fall just rolled around and I am forced to eat the cozy foods. I'm mad. I want to be outside. I can't be outside.
We can always get
Can't
down to
go on
Florida.
date nights because it's cold. I can't wear what I want because it's
That's
cold.
a lot of complaining.
I'm so pale, so I got a self-tan, which is a whole other routine.
I like the reason. Just keep going. Just keep it going. I love
I'm
it. I
just
love
telling
it. It
you.
makes me happy.
By the way, this is all to answer to why summer season is the best food season. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you why summer is best in general.
Yeah.
I'm a summer person through and through.
Listen.
I come alive in the summer.
I
And
agree with
feel
Jessica
like-
Lawler. Soup isn't food. Her husband says soup isn't food. I agree with you. I'm sorry, but it's
Sean
not.
Furlong, thank you. Once the holidays are over, move along.
Yep.
But
a
no,
lot of complaining coming from that side over there. A lot of complaining.
I'm just very fired up about the fact that we still have 48 months of winter.
Wait, Laura,
they're-
what is this you're making right now? Because I got to see this because it looks
I'm just making
outstanding.
a garlic bread.
Oh, that looks so
I
good.
love soup. I do. I love soup. I love a French onion. I love a nice chicken noodle, a minestrone. I love soup. But I could eat it in the summer, and I do. I don't have to wait till it's cold. I'm fine eating it in the summer. I'm really good with that. I'm good.
We got the old question over here from, well, okay, so we have two questions. Tracy says, hi, Laura, do you ever sit back with a cup of spicy ramen to warm you up? And if so, what are your go-to toppings?
Wait,
Thank you.
say
Same
again?
question to Mike and Joe.
What was the question?
Do you ever sit back with a cup of spicy ramen? And if so, what are your go-to toppings?
Like a cup?
You know, like ramen, when we get ramen from the place around here?
Oh, I'm pretty basic when it comes to ramen. I don't like bamboo shoots at all, not even a little bit.
That means I get double.
So he gets double. I like a soft-boiled egg. I like pork base, definitely a pork base. Spicy.
So I'm actually going to pull up the menu here so I can see what it
This-
is that you normally get.
Flame. It's called the caraca.
Caraca spicy. That's
My
the one.
favorite. It's
Yep.
from Aputo. It's
That's
my
the
favorite.
Aputo menu I'm looking at right now.
That's my favorite.
But we have a place down the street from us because we don't live far from Rowan University. So there's like, some food options there.
I'm gonna go there for lunch
and
next week.
they have a place there. It's nice.
My sister said one of them is really good.
I like a black garlic ramen. That's my favorite. And honestly, unpopular opinion, I also like the eggs in them. I like when they put the eggs in
I do
there.
too. That's one
It's
of my
so
favorite
good.
toppings.
Yeah, it's like a soft boiled egg. So good.
Boiling pasta. Nope. Boiling water. Ready for la pasta. Okay. Winter here lasts 6 months. I know. I can't take it.
Terry Jones says, do you all ever eat
Yanni,
at Olive
don't
Garden?
you dare.
What happened?
Don't talk about yourself like that. They're probably mesmerized by your beauty. Mesmerized. You're like, oh, who is that fine-looking, handsome man? I can't barely see straight so hot.
Terry Jones, I'm going to answer your question for Laura. Yes, she does go to Olive Garden, and she gets the soup, salad, and breadsticks because it's easy as hell.
I've talked about this before. People do not believe it when I say, I don't mind the Olive Garden. Please don't call the Olive Garden Italian food. I'll leave.
No,
I
it's not.
will leave. The only thing you get at the Olive Garden, is mainly the salad. I don't actually do the breadsticks anymore. I haven't eaten their breadsticks in years.
They went down in quality, honestly.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they have.
They're terrible. And I like to get me a cup of chicken and gnocchi soup. I know it's not the best. No, the other one. No.
No, the other one is
Toscana.
Toscana.
That's the one.
Yeah.
But I haven't been in so long. So long.
Mm-hmm.
Because their quality sucks. I mean, I can't even get their salad to be nice anymore.
I just feel like everything is just comes from a bag. It's not fresh.
Yeah.
It stinks.
But it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go on date night. Let's go to Olive Garden. Like,
well, they used to say they cooked up. They sent all their chefs to like Tuscany or something to learn.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
I'm like, really?
Tuscany
Did you?
with an E at the end?
Okay.
What Tuscany did they go to?
Yeah. Tuscany, New York or something.
Their breadsticks are like rolled in salt. I don't understand. Like what?
Actually,
have
just
they-
got a comment that said the breadsticks.
Actually,
are so
Yanni
salty.
just said their breadsticks are so salty. I
Really?
agree.
Oh my gosh.
I agree.
The
got
oregano
the-
went down the wrong pipe.
I was gonna say the oregano go down the wrong pipe.
Ooh!
Yeah, that oregano is spicy.
That oregano is a spicy meatball. Okay, we got garlic bread in there. We got salad that I have to dress last minute because I don't want the lemon to like wilt it too much. We've got pizzola in here. I do the pasta and the thingy and blah, blah, blah,
So could you explain what a pizzola is for the people
So-
who like don't know, or like me who just forget things after a day?
So pizzola refers to sauce cooked pizza man style, which includes 3 things that's on every in every pizza sauce: tomatoes, garlic, and oregano. With that pizzola, I actually also like to do potatoes alla pizzola, which is a fantastic side dish. So if you like saucy potatoes, it's delicious and it's totally meat free. Traditionally, it is always made with like thin slices of steak, which is really delicious. My mom actually used to, for like more convenience, she would sometimes use ground beef, and then she would cook it just like this, but instead of using slices of beef, she used ground beef, and then she would toss it with like shells, and that like ground beef and shells like and sauce gets stuck in the shell. That was one of our favorite ways to eat it. But traditionally, it's made this way. You take the sauce for the pasta and the meat you put in sandwiches. So delicious. You can't really go wrong. But it's very basic and very simple. You just need really good quality tomatoes, garlic, really good oregano, and your meat. It's going to give you lots of flavor. It's delicious. That vino picture was made by Mia right there, and it's so cute. I love it so much. What an artist. I love that picture. Let's see.
Okay, we got another one. Do you like In-N-Out or Culver's? What's your favorite fast food burger?
I've never had Culver's.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Together, we had
Nope.
it in my.
Nope. We ordered Five Guys.
No, not in Florida. We did not order Five Guys. I've never been to that Five Guys in
We
Florida.
did.
Nope, not
We
once.
did.
Laura,
Hand the
I could
guys.
swear. I swear to you, and I could prove
Let's
it.
take a bet.
Hold
I
on.
prove it.
I actually just went to a Five Guys.
We
last
went.
weeks
We went
ago.
with Jeff. Me and Jeff went in there with Joe,
I've never been to Culver's.
and we got a big order, and we brought it back.
That was what's me.
Yep.
How about the top?
Hold on.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you
Mike's
had
right
that.
on this one.
You did
I
have
don't-
Culver's.
I've never-
Laura's
I didn't
gonna
eat the
need to
burger.
get some
No.
Prevagen for
Yep,
that
we
memory.
did. You need some.
You guys went to the Greek place across the street and you picked up my salad. I didn't have burger.
We had because the Greek place is on the other side
Wait,
of
maybe
Champions
Laura
Gate.
didn't have anything from there. Ooh,
I might
that's
not
a
have.
wrinkle.
Maybe you didn't order anything from there, but we went there. We've
But
never.
I don't remember eating it.
Okay,
I don't.
so
Right there across from there.
And I don't eat. I'm not a real burger person.
Culver's has amazing butter
Don't
burgers.
remember
They're
at all.
outstanding.
Hot thingies that were full of cheese.
Oh, the cheese curds. Yes, their cheese curds are outstanding.
I don't remember
from
any of
Culver's.
this at all.
And we bought ice cream and brought it back to the house because it's only 5 minutes from my house in Orlando. Like it's
I
right there.
don't remember any of this at all.
Well, okay. So my favorite mainstream,
This? Plain.
I like to drink my coffee.
my favorite mainstream burger, I'm gonna tell you, is gonna be probably Shake Shack because they're
I've never
just
been there.
thin. Or if you're gonna get regional, I'll go All Cheval or Small Cheval in Chicago. Best burger I ever had in my life. Not kidding. Plain and simple. I'm a purist.
I don't remember whatchamacallit.
I think Culver's is better than In-N-Out.
I don't remember eating
I think Culver's is
at
outstanding.
all. I've
In-N-Out-
also had not had In-N-Out in about 12 years, so I couldn't remember.
I think In-N-Out needs to change their bun. I just think that it's too dry and too thick, and I just
Yeah.
feel like you don't get enough burger flavor.
I
I
don't
usually get it
remember.
animal style, and I get it cut in half because you got to do it that way.
I don't
but-
remember. I don't remember eating. I mean, I remember eating In-N-Out, but I couldn't tell you what it tastes like. We've had conversations before about burgers. It has to be a thin, smashed burger.
Yes,
Don't
thin.
come to me with a fat burger, medium rare. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
doing
and
it.
again, another mainstream burger will be Five Guys. That's my second. I think second place. But if you're talking about the big three, Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's,
And
I would
don't-
say probably Wendy's has the better quality burger in my opinion because
I've
they don't
never
cut
had
corners.
a Wendy's burger because it's square. It freaks me out. It freaks me out. Why is it square? McDonald's, couldn't tell you what it tastes like. I actually did used to get a Whopper with your dad way back in the day,
Yep.
and
I just sent you a photo. Maybe that'll jog your
but
memory.
I don't remember eating it.
Jeff
Definitely
went
got
in.
it.
He was wearing was that a Winnie the Pooh hat or something?
Yeah, he was wearing a Winnie the Pooh hat
But I
inside
don't
the
remember
Culver's.
eating it, so it's
Yeah.
like not sticking out to me.
It's all right. It's all right. Maybe we'll get you some Prevagen. It'll be okay.
Memory-wise. You know I have a good memory. If I ate that, I would remember. Trust me.
Listen, here's the problem. Laura's convinced me over
That's
the
what I'm
years that
saying.
she has
Like,
a great
maybe
memory.
It just was not. Maybe the burger itself was not memorable, and it's just not sticking out to me.
Ugh.
But anyway, back in the day when I used to work with Joe's dad, he used to treat us occasionally to a Whopper from Burger King. This was way back in the day. We're talking
I like a Whopper.
2007, 2008. We probably haven't gone to Burger King in maybe 10, 12 years because last time I was there, they gave me a salmon sandwich, and they don't have that on the menu. So I
Wait,
told
Salmon?
Yep.
Wait, okay, you
Joe,
gotta
explain
explain
the
this.
story. Nobody's
So
Please
she
believe
goes
it.
in, she ordered something else, and then
Like a chicken sandwich.
the sandwich comes out and it's got like actual legit salmon in it.
It's like a
And she
salmon
goes back to the
sandwich.
window. She's like, I don't know what this is. It's a salmon
Burger King had a
sandwich. This isn't on the
salmon
menu. They're like, that's weird.
Is that normal? Is that real?
It's not on
Like,
the menu.
we don't know
so
where it came from. We're
maybe
thinking
it
somebody
Did somebody
was-
put their lunch on
Someone's
by
Yes, we
accident?
think somebody put their lunch by accident in the
I
bag.
don't know.
We really don't know the answer to that
But I
one.
remember opening it and Joe was like, "Yeah, that's not
It's
it."
definitely salmon.
I'm like, that's salmon. It smelled like salmon. It looked like salmon.
Was it
Probably
good?
a very good sandwich. But
Did
we
it
don't
taste
know.
good?
We returned
Why
it.
the hell would I eat somebody else's sandwich?
I mean, you gotta try it at that point if you're getting
No.
it, you know? I would try it. I'd be
Okay.
like, you know what, I'm gonna try some salmon today.
Dickles could have gone in there and dropped off a sandwich, a salmon sandwich. You think I'm gonna eat his leftovers?
I mean, I would have tried it.
No.
See what it tastes like, you know? I mean, why not?
No.
What's the worst that
No,
can
I
happen?
wanted a chicken sandwich. I didn't want to know something, no leftover salmon sandwich.
They
What
probably
does it look
wash your
like?
salmon before they put it on. Come on, let's be real.
Oh, listen.
It could have been a prank for all we know. We really don't know the answer.
It was very bizarre.
I had a little 15% off coupon for that Burger King too. By
Yeah,
the
the
way.
manager coupon.
If
from
you like
over-
you, they
yeah.
get you coupon. Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
But they've given me somebody else's food. Like, I don't understand.
You'll get someone else's food for 15%.
You got their lunch
off.
wrapped up in a Burger King wrapper.
I don't want someone else's food. I want the food I ordered.
Yeah, I feel you. I
It
feel you.
really isn't that difficult. And these things only happen to me. These weird things, food-wise, only happen to me.
That's what Melissa just said. Oh my God, Laura, you have the craziest things going for your daily life.
One of my most accurate and craziest statements that I make is that most of my stories sound fake, but they're real.
And Melissa also said, Laura, was this before or after you hit your head at Home Depot?
Same day, actually.
I'm dead right now. I'm dead. I'm
It's
straight
very,
dead.
it's good. Listen, you made a very good point. You made a very good point.
Gabe
No way
H says,
am I trying a salmon sandwich from Burger King. Thank
Yes.
you, Gabe. Thank you. Why would I try it? Why would I try
It's
it?
not on the menu, but maybe it's an
Do you know what
off-menu
my
item.
favorite thing was from a fast food place years ago? The baked potato at Wendy's.
oh, Wendy's,
Remember
yeah.
the loaded baked
They were
potatoes?
good. They were good in a
They were
pinch.
excellent.
Yeah.
They were excellent. But they don't make them anymore. They don't make them
No,
anymore.
I don't know why. They used to have a baked potato bar.
I know.
You can go put it on a little.
There was a
accoutrements.
Wendy's like right there by Frank's, like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in the same shopping center. Like I used to walk there all the time. I used to get a cup of
I
chili.
think it's still there. I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
A cup of chili and a baked potato.
Yep.
And I would have that for dinner sometimes. Because, like sometimes you just get tired of the same things that you're looking at and smelling. And there it was.
So good.
There
Yeah.
it was.
Joe, what's your favorite fast food burger? We didn't hear from you.
Something greasy. I need something. I actually like Five Guys. I was actually at a Five
I don't
Guys.
remember.
I love
like,
Five
a month
Guys.
ago.
They're really good.
I don't
and
remember
The peanuts.
if this thing makes one more flame.
good.
Their fries are really where it's at, honestly.
Yep.
Their burgers are kind of like the second thing.
And they like slice them right there. They're just really, and they
Yep.
give you that little extra
The
just because they want to be nice.
peanuts
The
and the
peanuts
peanuts.
inside are so good.
You know what? I didn't get any peanuts. I didn't see.
You got to get the
peanuts.
peanuts. They're so
Yeah.
good.
The peanuts are good. You should
Yep.
really get peanuts. You really should get the peanuts.
What happened was I had rented a car. I did the mystery car, and they gave me an electric car. And I'm in Florida. I have no idea where to charge this thing at. So we had to go on a map, and we found these chargers that would take like 72 hours. I'm like, yeah, I don't have 72 hours to get where I'm going in an hour. So we finally found one that was fast. It was right next to a Five Guys, so we had to go every day to get the car
Well,
charged.
so Nuance by Nadia said Portillo's. Okay, so I got to
I've
tell you
never
something.
been, I don't think.
Portillo's is down near my Florida house. It's not too far.
Oh.
But I've only had their chocolate cake and their hot dogs, their Chicago hot dogs, because they're outstanding. But I mean, I really like Gene and Jude's the best, but that's a Chicago thing. But anyway,
You like Gene Simmons? What'd you
Gene
say?
and Jude's. It's
Oh,
a
I
really
thought
good
you
hot
said
dog place. Like,
You like Gene Simmons. I was like,
yeah, I know you love your hot dogs. You would love to go to Chicago and have a
I
hot dog.
really love.
You would love it.
I really love it.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Portillo's. I got to try their burger because that's all Heather talks about is their burger, and I got to try it.
Yeah, you should.
And their chocolate cake shake is outstanding. Man, I don't know why I don't gain another 200 pounds because I just want to eat all the burgers all day.
I want to eat all the food all day. All day. Day.
Oh, wait. Lisa said, I just found out what a Cracker Barrel is in New Jersey. Laura loves Cracker Barrel, right? Uh-oh, here
Don't
we go.
mess with me, Frodo. I'm in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Last time I went to a Cracker Barrel, I was on the side of the turnpike, and I almost had to pull over because it was going to come out of both ends. Like, I was not okay. I was not well.
I love when I say to Cracker Barrel because Laura goes crazy.
I was not well.
So Laura, what are we working on over here?
So my pasta's drained, and I'm tossing it with some of the sauce.
Refill, Joe?
You know, nice and saucy. I like to serve it on the side of the. Oh, my face is itchy. I like to serve it all on the side. separately so that the sauce doesn't get totally absorbed all into the pasta. Otherwise, the meat doesn't get real saucy. You know what I mean? That way you put a scoop of pasta down, and then you put a scoop of your saucy sauce. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
Laura, let me know when you have a free 30 seconds because they want to go over the drink again. A couple people asked already.
Go ahead. I'm just chopping up some parsley for my sauce.
Okay, cool. So, so basically, this is a orange kind of like bourbon Aperol crush kind of thing, right? So I get a cutie and I mull it inside the shaker. I throw in ice. I do a shot of Aperol to give it that citrusy, good citrus flavor. And then I do a shot of bourbon, right? And your bourbon of choice. I prefer a local bourbon, but if you're going to go to a store and buy it, I'm a Woodford guy. Then you put it in your shaker, shake it like a Polaroid picture, and then you're going to basically pour it out. So I got some San Pellegrino. This is the Arancina Rosa. Arancina Rosa, sorry. My brain's not working today. So what you're going to do is you're going to, and this is a refill for Joe, so it's not going to look as pretty. I apologize. But, your shot of Woodford, your shot of Aperol, shake it over a mulled cutie, because the cuties are the sweetest. They're Mia's favorite. She's my little cutie. You shake it over top, put it in, and then you top the top of it with a beautiful spritz of San Pellegrino. There you go. And then you serve it to JoJo, who's enjoying the crap out of it. So there we go. That's the drink. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Okay. I finally chopped some dill to finish off the salad. You need your shallots, your dill, a pinch of salt. Okay. And then you're going to do some lemon juice.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. There's some pits in there. Y'all going to have to sort them out.
Life's a pit,
You'll be fine. You will be fine. You can do as much lemon or as little as you want. I've never been to Katz Deli, but it's on my list. I got to go to Katz, and I have to get a pastrami sandwich. I'm going to. Okay?
Never been to Katz either, but it's on my list too, one day.
And some parm. Don't knock it till you try this. Do not knock it till you try this salad. Please. It is delicious. So you've got your salad. Moving stuff out of the way.
You see all that racket? So Laura's a morning person, and I'm a night person. So at night I tiptoe around. I don't want to wake her up, right?
I'm a light
That's
sleeper.
Laura in the morning making coffee. All that racket. I love you.
I feel like if you end anything with "I love you," it's all good, right, Laura?
But is it? But is it? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay? Mike, come have some garlic bread.
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I shake this up, bring it over, and I'm there with you. Shake it off, shake it up. Woo! Oh my God, that crunch, Laura, that crunch. I can hear it from here.
It's giving.
I hear it all the way from the sidebar.
As Mia would say, it's giving. She
Definitely.
had her 100 day of school. I'll tell you this. And they had to dress up like 100-year-olds. She picked out her own outfit. It was a sight to see. She grabbed some accessories. I'm like, well, that's not really, doesn't really fit the cat, but whatever. She has a cane. Joe bought her a cane at CVS. She goes, it's giving baddie grandma. It's giving baddie grandma with the cane. And she takes off her sunglasses. Who accessorize. She's so funny. Oh my God.
I love her.
So, hon, you have a comment here from Melissa. She says, "No way, Joe. When she does Instagram Reels in the morning, she's sitting quietly sipping coffee in her chair. How is it?
Believe
How?
him.
How do you sit quietly in the chair after that racket? It sounds like you're renovating the kitchen."
You lie! Because I preset the coffee pot, so I don't have to put it on.
I preset the coffee pot.
Then why are all the plates chipped and all the mugs are chipped
That's
every morning?
that one.
Oh God, this
Blame
looks so
your
good.
sister. She's not here to defend herself. I got it.
She does.
Oh my God, so hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh yeah. That's what's up.
bro. Cheers.
let's get a recap. What do we
That's
have
what
over
it's
here?
Ow!
Very hot.
Garlic bread, steak alla pizzola, and pasta, salad,
Orange crush.
and orange crush. Ow!
Man, this is good.
Oh, hurt.
But it's so good. The crunch, you got to do the crunch. Like the crunch, that bottom.
Hot.
Very hot, but really good. And it feels like the bottom
Because
is
I
a,
bake
crun-
it
is
twice.
a crunchy boat
Because I bake it twice.
and a vessel for the cheese.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Our next one will be March. Please let it be at least somewhat warm when that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's gotta
thinking?
be.
Like a seafood. No, I lied to you. Well, maybe like a seafood risotto or something, or a risotto primavera. Something springy.
Yeah,
I like it. I
didn't-
like it.
Did you notice I didn't give Joe a piece of garlic bread
You didn't.
for talking smack?
Oh, you
I'm
doesn't
not
get
talking smack. I'm talking facts.
That's for
Listen,
lying
all
on
the
me.
clanking, all the banging, and we have those soft closed cabinets, but somehow you make them bang. I don't understand it.
It is not me. It's you hear my sister slam in the microwave because she heats up her things for breakfast. That's what you hear.
Are you?
You know what?
Are you present for that?
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
You
better
get
if
up
you do forget
before her.
stuff because then you don't have to remember it, and it's just a lot better that way. It really is.
We're gonna roll, because I'm hungry. That's about it. I want to go eat. This is it. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. It's been a blast as always, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Peace.